Morning, Ashburn fans. From the neighborhood, streaming agents, broadcaster, YouTuber. We got about 3.5 minutes or so in the warm-up going on here in our game this morning against Long Island Royals. Pardon me for just a moment while I fuss with my microphone. Actually, I might try not to deafen y'all. Just to make things confusing, the team we're playing against is in red, one of our colors. So Ashburn will be in white today. So this is what our opponents look like. I believe we beat these guys substantially when we played them earlier this year. I think Luke's expected to be in goal. Jamie played last night. Got our loyal parents and fans trickling in. I think I may take a step or two up. I think I'm going to shoot like up a step or two. Pardon me for just a moment here. I'm going to move up slightly. Get a better angle, I think. Compared to the last time we were here, they have opened up the stands, so it's a little bit of change in rules for the rink. Last time we were all sort of crowded in the restaurant on the other side, which meant that really is not too good in terms of angles and glare off the glass. So this is a definite improvement, I think. I did, alas, stupidly leave my glasses in the hotel. Which I don't always need. Mainly I had trouble seeing things up close, so switching back and forth between watching the game and seeing any comments that come up on the phone is sometimes hard. Unlike last time we were here at ICEWORKS, we're actually staying in the team hotel. Last time there was a problem with my reservation. And it's quite a nice hotel. I like it. Kids are very impressed. I am puzzled by the fact that they have a kitchen with a stove, but there were no actual pots or pans to cook anything. So I wonder how often, if any, ever people use those stoves. At least not in my room. Maybe the other rooms were different. Either way, I slept very well. Hopefully Luke slept well, as I did all the boys. I think I have to give a little extra credit to our guest coaches. I think the one expression I got was that Luke seemed to appreciate the difference in coaching style. A little variety is good. Not as a criticism for anyone, but having different perspectives is sometimes helpful. Figuring out what works or what doesn't work for a team. And of course, extra thanks for our two acting coaches as taking the time to help us out and fill in. Today's broadcast brought to you by really crappy hotel breakfast. Given the pandemic, the kitchen shut down, but there was some food and it just was not great. Make a recommendation in the future to for tomorrow morning, just go out to eat. The stuff they had in the hotel dining area was nothing to write home about. That's my review for the day. First drop will be Zach poses me, facing off against some poor schmuck who doesn't know what's going to hit him. Number 11 red for the Long Island Royals. All right, first face-off, and it comes back to Noah Robinson off the board up to Will Schneider, who will send it down deep. Picked up on the far side by Shane Siwick, who gets there easily before his opponent. Zach and Shane struggle to get out from behind the net. It's going to come around to Spencer. Spencer tries to tap it out. Doesn't quite get there, but Zach is there to help. Whips it back behind the net. Long Island picks it up. Different Long Island yesterday's Long Island, but still Long Island. And passes it into the net where Will Schneider tries to tap it in twice right from the paint. Deflected by the goalie. It's going to get sent around by Will behind the net to Zach. Zach looking, backhands it over to Shane. Shane passes it out to the center. Shot, and it's wide of the net, and it bounces off the boards. Siwick will pick it up from there. Passes it again, like a quick backhand into the paint where Zach tries to send it in. It'll come back out to, and Robinson pounds it from the blue line. Deflected by the goalie. It'll come back around to Spencer. He just ties up the player. They're going to send it out to neutral ice. Well, no, we'll have to go chase it. It's going to go all the way down. Skittering. Gosh, I need to learn the physics term for when a cylinder rotates like that. There's a name for it. I think it's like Euler rotation or something like that. Joey Greenland passing across to Noah, who tries to send it, and they'll send it over Luke's head into the glass. Ooh, that was a nerve-wracking thing. Landon straight races to pick it up, takes it across the line, gets it sticked away for his trouble, but Joey Greenland behind him will pass it back to him. He brings it in, pounds it into the goalie's chest. It'll bounce right back off and into the corner. They try to pass it out, but I think it hit Joey Greenland's skate. He takes another shot. This time hits the goalie in the pad. I think that's Landon. Pass it out to Dylan. Dylan fires it off the goalie's stick. It sounded like I heard it hit wood. It sounded like. And Will going to fade back out because it came out into neutral ice. Have to get off. They're going to get it out in front of themselves, and Dylan taps it, but doesn't get it out. Oh, and they pass it out, backhanded to a player who's not there, and Mason will pick it up, hands it up to Landon. Landon, a little fancy work, gets it across the line, and tries to pass it to Paul Allison, who he gets behind him. Long Island will pass it out long. That should be icing on them. Luke waves it off, and play will stop with 22 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first period with 3 shots to their none and a score of 0-0. So, I think, change to the rink rules here, and we got sparse population of the stands, which seems better than cramming everybody into the restaurant. All right, that's James McManus. Hard off the boards, goes long, been picked up by number 9 red. Pursued by Shane Spadetti and Jack Klein on the other side. Jack taps it around. It's going to be picked up by 52 red, who is going to pass it out all the way out into neutral ice, where it'll get chased by Colin. Colin's going to, with somebody behind him, takes it behind the net. Off the boards up to Jack. Jack taps it to Shane. Shane will skate it across the line. Hand it up to Tim. Tim takes a shot. It's wide of the net. Bounces off the boards behind the net. Will be picked up by somebody who got tripped behind. Colin Colville will bring it into the zone. Hands it off to Tim. I think some of his teammates maybe did a line change. I think I could see them in the corner of my eye. Sent around hard. Colin tries to stop it, but it gets around him. Grayson Cantarella picks it up. He will loft it high up into the air, letting his team finish their line change. Zach Marshall loses an edge and goes down right as he gets to the boards. Joe Ciavallino tries to knock it away. Spencer Combs picks it up around the boards up to where Zach Marshall is waiting, but unfortunately somebody on the red team there, I couldn't quite get the number there. All right, Ciavallino picks it up center ice. He's going to drive across the line, fires, hits the glass behind the net. Zach Marshall on the far side tries to pick it up. It's going to bounce back. Grayson skates it through, gets a little over it, and it's going to go all the way out into neutral ice, and he has to go chase it. Posesny coming off the bench, hits it into the boards where Noah's waiting. They just don't manage to get between the three of them, quite get solid control, and Long Island brings it into the zone. This time Zach will pass it up. Will Schneider accelerates hard, trying to lift the stick and get it to that puck before the Long Island player. Noah will pick it up in the corner. Well, the corner, not the corner, at the point. Passed out by Zach. Bounces off Spencer's stick as it came in a little bit where he wasn't expecting, and he has to retreat to neutral ice. Cross to Noah. Passes are not looking that solid here right now, but we'll see. Will Schneider. All right, stop to the red at the blue line. They're going to bring it out. They conveniently hand it off to Mason. All right, Mason passes it back and forth to Dylan. Brings it up, flicks it into the corner. 55 Red will pick it up, stops behind the net, tries to turn it around, sends it to 11 Red. He's going to send it long, stopped by Dylan Osterberg. Briefly, but from behind, number 12 took it away from him. Dylan takes it back, lets Zach take it from there. Zach will get to the red line, dumps it down. That probably should have been icing, actually. I think he was not quite over the red line. Landon and Paul, both contending for it. Paul eventually comes up with it. Oh, nice stick handling there. Gets it off the goalie's either blocker or shoulder. Tries to pass it back out. That's actually Landon sending it back out. And there is a goal. That happened so quick. I was busy trying to figure out who was behind the net, what was going on. My brain missed the important part. Sorry, I missed whatever the actual moment of the score, but we will be 1-0 with 19 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. 5 shots to their 0. They did get a shot over Luke's head, so they got it down. It's not like they've completely missed the ball on their offensive plays there, but nothing solidly on net yet. Jimmy McManus picks it up, hands it up to Jack Klein. Jack Klein accelerates, finds the pass. Oh, tries to find the pass to Tim. He gets it out a little bit in front of him. Long Island will pick it up. And Spadetti from the far side, or the other side, I should say. Jack Klein fires. Goalie, pad save, or blocker save, I think. Tim passes out right into the slot, but intercepted by 71 Red. He skates it across the line. Under pressure from Colin, will be forced behind the net. Tries to wrap it. I think there's a little stick save knocked away by Luke. And they're whistling, I think because the net came off. Oh, pots and pans by request. I see in the notes in the chat there from this topic of play. Thanks, Christy. I figured that was probably the case. They must have something. Scivolino takes a drop. All right, there's a scramble there. It looks like it'll be tapped up by Noah to where Grayson was waiting. He tries to backhand it up to Scivolino. Zach Marshall takes it across the boards, or takes it across the line. And Red intercepts it, and they're going to send it long, do a nice little passing job. Spencer gets in the way of the player while letting Noah pick up the puck. Noah off the glass, up and out into neutral ice. It's going to go all the way long. Grayson Cantarella coming from behind, keeps the pressure on. Zach Marshall taps it back to Grayson. Grayson will hold it behind the net for a second under some pressure. Long Island gets it away from him, but Scivolino gets a stick in it, and they're going to send it out to neutral ice where Noah and Spencer both racing. They get a shot, and Luke will hold on to it. One nothing in the score. 17 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the first half, and it's 6 shots to 1 on the shot clock. Zach Posesny will take the drop. Long Island comes up with possession after the drop, but Shane Siwick flicks it around, and 18 Red tries to center it. It's still back behind the net. They get it out right into the slot, but Will Schneider will pick it up and he turns around, skates through the neutral zone, shot, blocker save. Poses and he flicks it back to, I don't know who, but he's trapped up against the boards. Will Schneider will race. He's going to get there behind the net. Has to accelerate, but then like slow for a bit to get the official time to get out of the way. Suick, nice job, fishes it and turns it around, sends it back deep. Will Schneider will engage up along the boards. Tries to pass it in the center by Suick, but intercepted and knocked away by 57 red, I think it was. 67 red. Dylan Osterberg manages to pound it around to the far side, or near side, I should say. Will Schneider hands it to Mason. Mason sends it around far. Suick will try to pound it through with a little help from Dylan. They're going to send it cross ice, picked up by Mason. Mason takes it across the line. Little fancy moves, tries to bring it in high angle, ends up having to go behind the net. Oh, tries to hand it off to, I think that was Zach coming the opposite direction. It does not work, and handoff gets intercepted. McManus pounds it up. Will Schneider off the boards again to Joey Greenland. He's going to bring it in. Shoots. Stick save by the goalie. Pass it back through the paint, but there's nobody there to help him. And we turned around and sent along by number 11, Red. Picked on the far side by Colin. Tries to get it back out. Again turned around by 11, Red. It's behind the net. This time Jimmy will get there. Pushes to the corner. I think that's number 12, Red, off the boards up to 21, Red. Landon. I think that was Landon. No, sorry, pass up to Landon. That must have been Joey. Gets in front of him. Paul Allison tries to turn it back around. Can't quite get there in time. Has to go out to neutralize, but he's going to find the pass up to the boards, 2-1. Again, off the glass, up into neutral ice. Number 11, Red, will take it. Winds up looking for the pass or the shot. Stalls too long, gets hit by Paul. Picks it back up off the bounce, and there's going to pass it through. Stick save, and then covered by Luke as they got it in to the paint. See, I think that was Shane Spadetti took the drop. It's going to roll long, chased by Tim Butler. Stopped by Long Island and turned around. 24 Red. There's a whistle, and I think 71 got tripped by I'm not sure who. But the guy went down hard, and the ref blew the whistle and pointed him, unless that was an offsides call. So they came across. I was only assuming he got tripped because the guy went down. Maybe it was just offsides. That makes more sense because it was right at the blue line. Spadetti takes the face off. Puck is going to come back to Long Island. They hand it back to 71. He decides to send it long. It bounces off Spencer's stick. He comes up with possession. Hands it over to Mason. Mason back to Spencer. Is that Mason? No, I'm sorry, that's Noah. That makes more sense. 24 Red's got it. He's going to hand it back to 55 Red. Decent pass out. Touched by a couple of their players, but Spencer Combs will come up with possession. He sends it up to Tim Butler, out to neutral ice. Spaghetti's got it. Jack Klein goes around Jack Klein. That was nice. Jack couldn't get out of his way, so he just sent the puck on the far side and then picked it up around him. All right, that's a Shane struggling to get it in. Gets possession and backhands it behind him. Jack Klein can't quite get there. 18 Red along the boards. Sends it up, turned around by Noah. Back up to Zach Marshall. Zach will chase it long while his teammates do the line change. He's going to engage that player, keep him tied up for just a moment while help is on the way. Grayson Cantarella rushes in. Scivolino got possession, and there's a whistle. Interference. Looks like Zach is going to the box. Ashburn will have a 2-minute penalty kill with 13 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first half. Score of 1-0 on the board. Obviously, I guess you guys can see the score maybe. I'm so used to calling out the score because lots of games I can't shoot the ice and have the scoreboard view. Noah Robinson picks it up, flicks it back long. It's going to go bouncing all the way down. Number 9 Red will pick it up. Pauses behind the net, drawing in one of our boys there. Number 9 Red brings it all the way through. Under pressure, Will Schneider will box him up into the corner. Passes back out to 71 Red at the point. Finds the pass and whiffed by number 12. Noah Robinson, I think. Tries to send around the boards again. Will be picked up by number 12. Poses knee, tries hard to get a stick in there. Passed out by 12 to 9. Cross to 71. Fire. I think that was a blocker side save, or blocker save for Luke, possibly just pads. I couldn't see exactly where it hit, but Noah Robinson intercepts the pass, and he will skate through, puts the gas on, gets up to the line, and I think it looked like he was maybe trying to pass it to a teammate, but he didn't have anybody there, as he was under significant pressure. Jack Klein tries hard to interrupt the play. They get around him. 11 Red. Interesting how much looser these officials are. There's a shot, saves. Luke scrambles, but I think Mason, I'm not sure if Luke saved it or Mason did, but knocked away from just in front of the net. Number 9 Red, pass back to 12. Flicked super long, I think by Mason. Siwick will come out to keep the pressure up. Tries to trip the player, goes down himself. Coming off the boards, turned around by Jimmy and pops out of play, and we'll whistle that one dead. 17 seconds left in the penalty kill, 12 minutes and 1 second left in the first half with a score of 1-0. Joey Greenland takes the face off. Long Island comes up with possession. They're going to pass it through, intercepted by Mason, who's going to then chase it. Joey to Jimmy, up to Landon. Landon taps it and sends it longer. Long Island's got possession there. They're going to eat up some time, and they try to connect with number 10 Red and just end up icing it instead. And we are back to full strength. Successful penalty killed. Shoot it dead. That penalty is over. 11 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first half. We'll pick it up by the far side spot of the Long Island net. Joey Greenland on for the face-off. Paul and Landon on offense. Comes back to Mason. Mason to Dylan, who slap shot deflected. It bounces right back at him. He takes a second shot, and this time it was over the glass. Mason to Joey, sends it into the slot. Didn't have a teammate there ready, but Paul got it. Took a shot. They try to get it out. Turned around by Mason, but then they got it on the second try. 18 Red winds up, sends it around the boards. Picked up by Mason near side. Tries to hand it up to Paul. Paul's got it. Tries to just pound it along the boards there, getting it out. Joey Greenland off the boards up to Landon, who's waiting at the line. It's always nice when that works. He gets trapped along the boards, but Joey comes in to help and snatches it away. Joey, I think, and Paul both. Joey manages to get it out and tries to do a little wrap play. Goalie's having none of it. Rejects it. Paul into the paint. Another shot there, I think, by Landon. Shot. Luke, pad save, knocks it into the corner. They're going to try to send it out, but Landon intercepts it, finds the pass to Paul. Paul skated through the neutral zone, winds up, shoots, and the goalie catches it and holds on to it. Play stopped with 10 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half, and we'll take this moment to celebrate the joy of coffee. Spaghetti with the drop. Hard to say the word spaghetti when your mouth is full of coffee. Turn around, picked up by 55 Red. Chased by Spaghetti. They're going to send it around to, I think that's 52. Tim Butler intercepts it. Tries to hand it off. Can't look like Jack and Shane weren't sure who was going to take it. They hand it out to Colin. He shoots it wide of the net. It's going to come bouncing back and intercepted briefly, just a stick on it by McManus. It's knocked away by Colin. Hands it up to Jack. Jack tries to pass it to Shane. bounced off his stick, or his skate rather, I think. There's Jimmy and Colin both. Oh, there's a scramble and shot. Luke saves it, and another rebound also saved by Luke, and it's right through the paint and knocked where Luke was out of position, knocked away by Tim Butler, and it will shoot long. There was either brilliant goaltending or just pure luck. I'm not sure which. I'd love to give Luke credit for that. I credit him for the first 2 saves, and then that third opportunity that just went right through. This time it's going to slide into his area, and he'll cover it, giving both teams both teams the opportunity for the line change. But it looks like our guys are just going to stay out there for the most part. Or maybe they already were. They just finished the lane change. Lane change? Line change. I think that was Cantarella took the face off. Luke got a pad save and then covered the rebound. We got to get that thing out of there. Don't make Luke work so hard. Cipollino contending for the face-off. It's like just trapped between his skates. He eventually kicks it aside. And Spencer got a stick on it with Zach Marshall. You get it, and Cipollino fires it into the somewhere over the glass. I'm not sure where it went. Cipollino takes face off again. Long Island comes up with it, but they try to pass it, and Zach Marshall got a stick on it, interrupted him, but he couldn't quite get it clean away. Here's Cipollino taking it across the line. Tries to do some fancy stick handling, doesn't work, but Grayson's there behind him to help out. Keeps possession. Scramble, almost too much action to describe. Cipollino will pick it up. Kept in play by Robinson. Puck comes loose, Grayson will pick it up. Finds the pass back to Joseph. Robinson got a stick on it. Bounced off his stick a little out of reach before he could. There's a Cipollino around, picked up behind the net by Marshall. Tries to pass it up into the slot where Grayson was waiting. It got rejected by the defense. Grayson's got it. Backhands it around the other direction. Doesn't have a player there. Zach will get there. Hustles to get there. Around hard. And bounces past Spencer. A little weird bounce off the boards. Noah has to go chase it, which he easily gets there in time. Will Schneider got a stick on it, but they got rejected by 12 red. That was Noah Robinson. Sticked it away from Luke's net before he could even have a chance to get a save. Fires way over his head. Stick save, knocked away, and he must have. They blew the whistle. He must have kicked the net off a little bit. Either that or it doesn't look like the net's off. I don't know what that was. That was like the referee pretending that the net was off because he didn't know why he blew the whistle. I think that was Mason sending it around hard to Sewick. He sends it in long. Goalie's gonna stalls just long enough to give himself a good reason to cover it and stop play. He waited for Will Schneider to come in close. So it felt like he should have played it. All right, interception there. Poses knee, takes a shot. Mason stops it on the far side. Will Schneider, it's bouncing between his legs. Slapped down by Zach, kept in play. He's going to send it around. Sewick will chase it and pick up behind the net. Just stopped it there. Will Schneider came in. Number 12, Red, skating backwards. Somehow managed to get sent long, and Dylan will pick it up. Stops, turns it around. Pass out right in front of the slot, and no one's there to capitalize on it. Sewick will pick it up and neutralize. Long bounce off cross ice. It's going to come back out. 93 Red sticked into the corner, like I said, bouncing to Luke. Dylan winds up like he's going to slap it, and then did something else. That was good fake out. Around up to Will, to Sewick, who Mason taps it in. And those guys are mostly heading to the bench while Joey stays out. I shouldn't say stays out, comes out. He's, I think, fresh line change here. and flick way up into the air, and it's going to come bouncing down. Jimmy McManus off the boards up to Landon. Landon drops it back to Paul. Back to Landon. To Joey. Joey tries to get it in the slot. Goalie knocks it aside. There's a scramble. Jimmy McManus stops it at the blue line, fires it in from there. Scramble in front of the net, and it's loose, and it's going to get brought out. Paul Allison shoves the kid and then fires it, and the goalie's got it. Goalie's got it. Number 9 red sent to the box. We will have an Ashburn power play with 5 minutes 44 seconds left to go in the second half. We'll take this opportunity for line change. Sorry, the camera's a little wonky today. I tried something different here with the power cord. I don't think I'm liking it. Of course, I'm mostly watching the ice. Poser sneak with a face-off. Looks like Long Island, well, not clear possession. There, Poser sneak does manage to get it back. Fires, hits the goalie in the chest. Suick takes a second shot. This time, goalie stops it with his chest and covers it. Play stops. Minute 48 left in the power play. 5 minutes 32 seconds left in the first half. Posing with the drop again. It's going to come bouncing out. Noah stops it briefly. They're going to send it long. Spencer finds a pass up to Shane. Shane takes it into the zone. Drops it back to Zach as he gets some pressure from the defense. Well, Zach and Shane both scrambling along the boards. Despite the man advantage, they're doing a nice job controlling it. Pass out to Spencer. Suick fires and knocked, I think, off the goalie's stick up into the safety net. Play will stop. There's Paul Allison from in the paint. Popped off of the goalie's stick and up into the air. Comes back down. He's still got it. I'll hand it back to Landon. Landon sends it through the paint. Teammate Joey could not get a shot off, but Mason picks it up on the far side. Send it out through to Landon. He fires again. Mason fires and finds it. Goalie was out of position. Mason St. Onge picking up a nice play from all boys. That was some good teamwork. Score will be 2-0. 4 minutes, 34 seconds left on the power play. Looks like Spidetti lines up to face off. I will remind you there is some music playing, so this broadcast may well, decent odds that it will be pulled down for copyright reasons, infringement on the music, but usually a couple days later it'll be back up if anybody wants to watch the replay. Once I get the notice from YouTube, I can tell them to mute the copyrighted music, but I can't do that in advance. All right, that's Dylan, cross to Mason. Mason up to Jack Klein, tries to tap it over to Spidetti, but kind of gets in front of him. Then he got tripped for his trouble. Tim Butler brings it, sends it into the zone, knocks it ahead, a little off balance. At least get us into the offense. There's Tim interrupting the defense who were trying to send it out. It was right on the line, in front of the line. The goalie out of position. One of the defensemen knocks it long, and that'll be icing, and we will stop play with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first period. And pick it back up close to the Long Island Royals. I say Long Island. This is the Long Island Royals. We're playing 3 different teams from Long Island this weekend. My understanding is that the lockdowns for the pandemic are sufficiently stringent, at least they were in New York, that these guys are having trouble playing at all. Part of why we're probably getting such participation in these Pennsylvania-based tournaments or showcase. Maybe that's just the way it is anyway. I don't know. All right, a little scramble there. That's Mason and Grace not Mason, I'm sorry, Zach Marshall and Grayson Cantrella along the boards. McManus sends it long. Picked up by Long Island in their own zone. Grayson's fighting hard to take it away from him, but they're gonna get around him. Number 12 drives it down. Jimmy McManus under pressure. Colin Cole picks up the pressure behind the net. .71 red turns around, and this time it's gonna go long. That'll probably be icing. Nope, it will not be icing on us because they picked it up. Zach Marshall intercepts something and sends a shot in. Easy stick save and knocked away by the goalie. Again, Jimmy and Zach both conspire to keep it in play. Post sneak coming off the bench. We'll pick it up and neutralize. He sends it long, and Will Schneider, also fresh off the bench, will go chase it down. Try mightily to get it away. Knocks that kid down. Noah Robinson stops at the point. Looking for the pass. Bounce it off the boards. Sends it past Will. Zach will have to pick it up on the far side, which he does. A little 2-on-1 pressure, and it's between his feet. He managed to kick it out into neutral ice. Spencer tries to send it to Noah. Bounces weirdly off his stick. All right, but the two of them managed to get it up to Zach. Zach sends it around the far side of the player, and the goalie will cover it. Skated right in, couldn't quite get that last flick past the goalie. For some reason, my wrist is really tight today, and I got some death grip on the camera. It's probably partly why the camera action is so unsteady. If it weren't for this gimbal, it would be worse. All right, there's Joey Greenland, flicks it, tries to get it to the net, bounces up way high. He's gonna zoom in and pick up as Long Island tries to knock it away. Paul Allison scrambles, hands it off to Landon. Landon out to Spencer. Spencer passes it into the slot. Noah from the far side flicks it behind the net. Spencer pops up high, comes back down, still in front of him. But number, I don't know, 12, 18 red got it away. Landon comes up with it. Pass back to Noah. Noah across the line, fires into the goalie's chest, and he's gonna hold on to it. Keep doing that, one of these days he's not gonna grab it. Even better would hit it over his shoulder, but we'll take the shoot it to the chest. You get it in the net. You get it on net, and sooner or later somebody's gonna make a mistake, and you'll find the back of that net. Spadetti with the next face-off. Comes up, gets his skate in there. Jack Klein fishes it out under pressure. That's Tim Butler. Brings it behind that, right into, tries to quick backhand it into the slot. Teammates can't hold on to it there, and defense knocks it away. Mason chases it down behind the net. Dylan's looking, skating around. Mason backhands it. Dylan will pick it up far side. Chops a little bit, and that's Tim up to Jack, taps it over to Mason, and Tim, again, he fires, and goalie gloves it down into the air. So this, officials today, so much less strenuous or stringent with the offsides calls. Yesterday, those guys were like really quick on the whistle. Even the slightest hint that these guys had a teammate an inch over the line would stop play. Not so today. I think I prefer this. Extra stoppage of play is not necessary. Scivolino took the drop. He's going to bounce high, and Zach Marshall picks it up. Scivolino hands it to Grayson. Grayson hands it back to him. There's a scramble in front of the net, and it's knocked away by the defense. They try to pass it out. Intercepted, or interfered with, I guess I should say, by Scivolino, but they're going to get it back. They're going to pass it up. Pass number 10, bounces off his stick. Jimmy will get there in front of him and sends it around hard to Zach Marshall. And time will run out on the first half. The score of 2-0 on the scoreboard. And we're gonna ease ourselves down to the bench here. Shout out to Annette Alatalo, fan of the game. It looks like they may not. It looks like they're not going to Zamboni yet. Both teams are just doing some coaching here, and the officials are standing around, not moving the net. So it looks like we are not going to get an ice cut. At least they're showing. I don't know why they're not doing an ice cut. I think that was the. All right, so no one knows why they're not doing an ice cut, but they're not doing an ice cut, it appears. So, so not as long of a break this time. Beware of flying objects. Don't forget to order your Ashburn Xtreme ornament bag tags. I hear the 07s are having a fundraiser. They're selling shorts. I don't know if that's still going on. But if you or your player need some Ashburn Xtreme shorts, contact Marissa Robbins for all your swag needs. I believe she runs a swag company. I don't think that's the name of it. I can't remember the actual name, but has all sorts of creative ideas for creating customized merchandise. So maybe they're going to cut the ice after all. They did actually just raise the gate. So I guess they were just waiting for a sign that the Zam driver was. So, all right, well, it looks like we may have that long break after all. The fact that neither the referees nor a lot of times the team files off and the referees will move the nets, so which they are now doing. So we're going to get a nice cut after all. Here comes the Zamboni. And, I'm going to set the camera down here on the tripod and take this moment to enjoy the rich taste of Arabica coffee from courtesy of Residence Inn's own in-house coffee machines. Promotional consideration brought to you by Flying Objects. Flying Objects, beware of them. Additional support given by Luke's little sister. Luke's little sister, she is one of our most loyal fans, but camera shy, so we will not put her on the stream. Today's ice cut brought to you by an honest-to-God licensed Zamboni. It's got the name right there on the front. It says Zamboni. Not one of these knockoff other ice resurfacing machines. When you want the best, get a real Zamboni. Humor for today's game brought to you by just whatever random stuff comes out of my mouth. Usually I have taken the time to, or sometimes I've taken the time to look up some jokes. I'll have a website handy with one-liners to fill in the gaps, but today I just couldn't be bothered. So,
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, like, what do you think the odds are that we could pull out a shutout? Since my son's the goalie in that today, that's kind of question. But I wouldn't want to really ask that out loud because that would jinx it, I think, So then I got to the question of, like, can you jinx it just by thinking it? I don't know how jinxing it works. It's just thinking the thought enough. Do you actually have to say it out loud? Either way, I will knock on wood. And when I say wood, I mean my head, because, yeah, that's sort of a joke about being a blockhead. I hear that the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special will not be broadcast on broadcast TV this year. If you want to see it, you'll have to go to Apple Plus TV. Or the Pirate Bay. Find some other source. YouTube probably has it. Or if it doesn't, it will by the time somebody else gets annoyed that it's no longer being broadcast this year. And something of a family tradition in my house that we will in fact serve pretzel sticks and strange white and pink parfaits and jelly beans for Thanksgiving. All the things for true Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Sometimes we have turkey and those kinds of things also, but you can't beat toast and pretzel sticks and jelly beans for Thanksgiving. The way Snoopy and Charlie Brown would always have it. It's interesting. There's no music for the ice cut. Whoever was running the music did music during the games, but I think they abandoned their post. I see the timing box is empty. They didn't leave us with a playlist to jam to. Probably is nice for the coaches, so they're not shouting over the music. I was just picking back up the phone and seeing the comment from Christine. That's all right. Yeah, it's hard to knock on wood in an ice rink. You got to bring some wood with you. But I guess it depends on the ice rink. If you've ever been to Hershey Stadium, there's plenty of wood there. Everything's wood. This one, not so much. It's all aluminum. enough aluminum to build a rocket. For those of you who follow space news, the launch of SpaceX Crew Dragon, NASA's mission to the International Space Station, has been postponed till tomorrow, or at the earliest. Somewhat interestingly, I thought NASA agreed to postpone the mission simply because the weather was bad, not for the launch, but for the recovery operations. They couldn't get the drone ship out to where they needed to land the first stage. Seems like such a change. It wasn't so many years ago that recovering the first stage was just something that SpaceX did, and it's like they weren't allowed to consider that part of the operations of the launch. All right, both teams taking the ice. Stretching out. Still nice and glossy. Always interesting to see how many of the boys fall while the ice is still slick. Our timekeeper has regained her post at the box, and we have music again. I wonder what this little cabal here of players is discussing as they stretch. The secret strategy away from coach is that whatever the strategy planning was over there with the coach, this was not good enough. They need to have a second players only cabal. Maybe that's the secret, because the other team is not doing as well, and they are not having they're just milling around in circles. Looks like Jack Klein's over there getting some last minute coaching. One-on-one. So it's here's the stands. It is slim pickings here in the stands. Not a lot of fans. More so on this side. This is the side we come in by, but still relatively empty. Of course, it's a travel weekend, so most of the plus there is the restaurant you can watch from the other side. I wonder how many people are. It's hard to see through the glass. There's a few folks I can see sitting at the tables. More comfy over there, but better view from here. All right, Posey takes the first face-off, hands it back to Noah Robinson. Noah tries to hand it up to Will Schneider. He's going to have to, gets out a little bit in front of him. He's going to have to accelerate. 77 Red gets it away from him, sends it along the boards to his teammate, and they sent back to Will Schneider by Noah Robinson. I gotta turn my brain back on. Sewick gets it right into the paint, and it's in, I think, off of Posey's stick. Sewick's assist, if my brain parsed that one correctly. And the score will be 3-0 with a quick point starting the second half. 24-36 left on the clock. And that's got to be a little bit of a disheartening start for the Long Island Royals. Joey Greenland wants to get a point on there himself. Takes the face off, hands it up to Landon Street. Landon will bring it in, right in, and backhanded by shot by Paul on the rebound. Both deflected by the goalie. Greenland along the boards in the corner with some pressure. It's going to come bouncing out to Colin. He winds up, wrister in. Goalie's going to hold on to it. He's fired him. He ain't letting another one in. Not that easy. Time to wake up, boys. Joey Greenland takes the face-off, hits it to Landon Street. Colin, slider, stick save. Landon Street picks it up in the corner. Paul Allison will take it when Landon gets a little bit of pressure on him. And it'll be passed out and brought along. Official has to jump out of the way. I think he got hit in the back by the puck. McManus sends it around to Landon. Landon out into neutral ice. Tries to get it to Paul Allison. It's going to get in front of him. He's reaching. Joey spinning, looking a little like he's having trouble getting good traction. It's that freshly zammed ice. Tim Butler, fresh off the bench, tries to put the pressure on, but they're just going to get around him. He's got no teammates to help him right at the moment, so intercepted right at the red line by Colin Cole. He'll hand it off to Tim. Tim will bring it in and shoots. Bar down, and it's in. That'll put a 4th point on the board. Nice. Tim Butler, assist by Colin Cole. Time of the goal, 23:26 left to go. I'm too lazy to do the math and figure out what time in the. I guess that's what a minute 34 into the second half. Shane Spadetti wants to put a point on the board, and he's going to take his own face-off, shoot, goalie saves it, rebound, shot, also saved. It's going to come out to neutral ice. Mason pauses the beat while his teammates get off. He's going to flick it in long, and Jack Klein accelerates to put the pressure in. They're going to send it long. Mason will have to rush to get there. Gesser sends it around along with the stick of the Long Island player. Mason backhands it this time. It'll be picked up far side by Dylan. He chops at it, gets it up into neutral ice. I thought Shane was going to pick it up, but he just let Dylan take it, brings it in right to the paint, and then teammates cannot tap it in. It's an easy save by the Long Island goalie. But there was a rebound that I thought was going to work. St. Ange intercepts a pass of Long Island, but they can't hold on to it. That's nice. It was nice getting in there. That's Zach Marshall. Backhands it up to Shane Spadetti right in front of the net. Ends up shot being wide, picked up by Grayson Cantarella. And chased as Long Island comes up with it. I think that's number 9, Red. Shouldered away by Spencer Combs. He sends it around to Noah. Noah's scrambling to get it puck around the official who's standing in the wrong place. Pass up to Zach Marshall, I think from Spencer. He hands it off to Ciavellino. Ciavellino takes it across the line all the way to the boards and then goes and gets a trip. We will have an Ashburn power play as 71, I think, heads to the box. No, 77. And popcorn. All right, Zach Posesny takes face off, hands it up to Spencer. Spencer across to Noah. Bounces off his stick. He'll have to take a beat. And Zach hands it off easy peasy to Zach, who hits it into the goalie's stick and it pops up over the net. Zach picks it up, skates it around, looking for the pass. Fires to Noah, who, again, on that super slick ice, winds up a little too much juice and knocked himself down as he tried for that quick shot. Sewick to Combs. Combs sends it in, bounces off, I think, of the goalie's skate and came back out. Sewick to Posesny. Back to Sewick. Winds up wide of the net on the shot. Back into the paint, and Noah tried to get the shot off. Spencer Combs on the wrong side of where he usually is. High angle shot from Noah. Bad save. Posesny came in a little too hot. Couldn't get his stick on it. And it's like comedy errors. People falling down all over the place here. Posesny trying so hard in this power play. I think that was Sewick wound up. He overswung. Spencer saves it. Sewick's going to pick it up on the far side. Skates it around, looking for that pass. Finds the cross. I think it was intended for Noah, but Spencer got a stick in it and it bounced out into neutral ice. I don't think he knew that it was intended for Noah. Noah brings it in, shoots. It's wide of the net. Landon will pick it up with too much inertia. Skates it back out, pass to Mason. Mason pauses the beat, finds the long pass to Paul Allison. Paul Allison gets in front of his own puck and gets tapped back out of neutral ice. Paul has to go save it. Nice handoff to Mason. Turning around, strings out the offensive player from Long Island. Mason chases it all the way down behind the net. Looking for that pass, doesn't have anybody at the point. Tries to pass it out, but Paul doesn't get there in time. It's again comes out of neutral ice. He'll find the pass to Landon. That's Joey Greenland. Jack Klein got a stick on it. Landon on this side. He's going to get it up into the slot, but behind Joey, shot Paul Allison, and rebound, I think, from Landon. It's in, and that'll put another point on the board, making it 5-0 with 19 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the second half. That was a well-executed power play. I don't know if the power play was technically still going on. I lost track. It felt like it was still going on because we just were dominating. Scivolino takes the drop, scramble right there in front of on the center, and the long wrister to Luke. He drops it and lets Jimmy pick it up. Pass up to Grayson. Grayson backhands it up out into neutral ice, and Long Island has to come off. Jimmy off the boards up to Grayson. Grayson, pressure behind him, manages to whack at it until he gets it out. Scivolino picks it up, shot over the goalie's head. It'll hit the glass and be picked up by Colin. Back to Scivolino. Grayson's back behind the net, lets Grayson pick it up as a little reverse there. Grayson tries hard to pass it into the paint. Zach Marshall. Scramble goes down to as the player falls on him. Grayson helps him out. Without turning his head, I don't know how he knew how long to pause while Zach regained his feet, but he did. Just knows how long it takes Zach Marshall to get up, because they played together, these kids. They practice. It works. All right, sent long, chased by Dylan Osterberg. 11 winds up, shoot. I think stick saved by Luke. I think it looked like it hit the thin part of the stick. I'm not sure exactly. It sounded like it hit wood. Jack Klein tries to pass it up to Tim Butler, and it's going to be a penalty against number 11, I think. No, who's going to? There's somebody going to the box. It's a penalty, power play for Ashburn. 37 red heads to the box. Rush is on the playlist. Nice Canadian tunes there. Posesny takes the drop. Hands it off to Siwick. Spencer tries to fire it in. Defense gets there right in time. Actually, it's probably an offensive player. Schneider to Posesny. Rejected by the goalie. He'll pick up the bounce and skates it out. Finds the pass back to Shane. Shane into the paint. I'm sorry, that was Will Schneider, not Shane. I read the numbers wrong. They try to rocket it around. It catches on all sorts of stuff on the glass, and they send it all the way down. Luke stops it, lets Noah do something with it. Noah finds a pass to Spencer, cross up to Zach. It's good practice getting it out without just jamming it along the boards. Zach will take behind the net, finds a pass out to Spencer. Spencer sends it back. Will Schneider picks it up far side. He's going to send it back around the boards. Spencer again. They get away from him, and they're going to send it long. Luke comes out to play it. Leaves it for Noah. Noah, hard off the boards. Up into the zone. Greenland tries to get there in time to put pressure. Rocketed around the boards by Long Island. Landon picks it up. Paul Allison. Again, they're going to flick it long. We got to keep more solid possession. These guys are just going to keep icing it. This time Mason will pick it up. Draws the player in, fakes him out. But then just can't hold on to the puck long enough to make it worthwhile, I think. Pass up to Joey Greenland and bounces off Joey's stick, and it just goes long. We got to keep control. These guys are just going to keep whacking at it. Jack Klein, let's see if he does anything different. Tries to do the long pass, intercepted, and 71 will just ice it again. This time, I thought Mason might even have see it out of the corner of his eye, enough time to not let it go all the way down, but didn't happen. Chased it down, pass it to Joey. Joey will skate it across the line. Works better this time. Pass into Paul Allison, rejected by the pad save by the goalie, and it's going to go long. Mason looks around, realizes, oh yeah, I have to go do something. Whacks it up the boards, bounces off Paul Allison's stick. Jack Klein got a stick on it, and Long Island's going to pass around. 71 red. Pass it out to neutral ice. I think it's stuck. It popped up into the bench. Paul's looking around like, where the hell is the puck? Eventually, the benched Long Island player tosses it back out onto the ice. 5-0 is the score. 35 shots to 7. Long Island tries a little cross pass. Number 62 Red sends it, rockets it around the boards. It'll be picked up by Zach Marshall. Nope, Zach doesn't get there in time. It'll be sent back around the opposite direction. Cantarella tried to get it out. It bounced off somebody. McManus got it. He'll send it up to I think that's Marshall. And Shivolino just like skates past it. Good. A little too much juice. All right, nice pass up from Grayson to Zach and brought across the line. Colin pauses just a beat for his teammates to get out of the zone. It's nice. Shivolino back right into the paint, and nobody can get a stick on it to get the shot off. Colin pauses a beat, tries to send it in, and it's going to pop up and go into the bench, into the penalty box. The puck is in the penalty box. What did it do wrong? Nothing. 5-0 on the scoreboard, 14 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the second half. Still 35 shots to their 7. Spadetti with a face-off. Jack Klein hands it to to Noah, who backhands it into the offensive zone. Spadetti will chase it down from there, tries to take it away. And with pressure, they're going to have to dodge back and forth. 24 Red. Bring it behind the net. Pass up to 18, or is that 10? 10 Red. Bieber. We're going to call him Justin from now on, just because. Noah Robinson. Hands off to Spencer. Spencer over to Tim Butler. Spadetti brings it across the line, loses possession, just hits the defense, and then there's going to be a penalty. On, I think, 9 Red, and we will have another Ashburn power play. Yes, I can see the coach gesticulating. He's not happy about that call. I imagine he wouldn't be, but I'm not sure if he's unhappy at his player or if he's unhappy at officials. The officials discussing with him. I think I can see Coach Schneider shouting from the far side. I'm not sure. I can't hear what he's saying. I think it's Coach Schneider. Opposing team takes face off on the power play. Hands to Spencer. Spencer sends it in. Pops up high off the stick. I think that's Siwick. Or is that? Yep, that is Siwick. To Zach. Back to Siwick. Shane winds up. Goalie saves it with his chest. I think it was Zach got another second shot there with also saved. Siwick skates it around behind. Zach struggling to stay in the slot. Siwick's looking for something. Passes out to Schneider. Schneider, under pressure, hands it to Noah. Noah fires it in, hits the goalie in the head, and rebound picked up and passed out. Past Noah, he has to race for it. He tries to hit the brakes and turn around the way he tends to do. There's a deferred penalty, and we've got this one. Luke's heading to the bench, and this time he doesn't get very far. And we may have a 5-on-3. I think we're going to end up with a 5-on-3 for the next minute 3 seconds on the clock. 5-0 on the scoreboard, and we will have a 5-on-3 power play. That's probably not welcome news for the Long Island Royals. I can hear a disappointed Long Island parent behind me sighing deeply. Greenland takes face off, hands to Landon. Landon to Mason. Mason back to Dylan. Back up to Landon. Across to Joey. Greenland skates through, using that significant advantage. Keeps these guys spread out. Pass back to Mason. Mason across to Dylan. Dylan waits, winds up, sends it in, and and didn't even need help. I think. I think it actually was probably tipped by Landon. I think it's not clear. Certainly, Dylan sent it in. I think it got tipped at the last minute by one of his teammates, because from that distance, it probably would have been an easy save. So much for our 5-on-3. We will just put a point on the board instead. We'll resume its 5-on-4 play. Hey, keep this a clean, family-friendly show. Joey Greenland takes the drop. Dylan Osterberg will skate it all the way back, chased, and then kind of whips it as he's busy looking for the pass. Finds Joey Greenland, cross ice. 37 red takes it away from Joey like he wasn't even there. Mason stops it as they try to send it around the boards. Hands it back to Landon. Landon drop pass out, and it's going to come bouncing out. Mason will pick it up in neutral zone. Cross to Dylan. Dylan tries to send it up to Landon. Landon's, and they're going to call icing on that one. A well-justified icing call. Scoreboard says 5-0. I believe it should read 6-0. That's an error on the scoreboard. The last power play goal never got. Oh, there it goes. They just fixed it. All right. Jimmy passes it out up to Grayson. Grayson gets it to Scivolino. Scivolino doesn't establish solid control before the defense gets there. That's all right. I mean, he was just receiving. Grayson winds up, shoots a little wide, possibly helped by the goalie. It's hard to tell. I think he just waved in that direction. Grayson engaging. It comes out to Jimmy. He's going to wind up. Shoots, hits the top crossbar, and bounces out, though. Not down. Scivolino. Colin Kolb tries to hold it in play, but they're going to send it long. Luke tries to play it, but he just lets it go by. Jimmy off the boards, up to Grayson. Grayson's going to tap it along. This time he skates with it. Nice evasive moves here. Winds up, fires, pad save from the goalie. Colin flicks it along the boards the other direction. Jimmy fires, pad save. Zach, rebound shot, also saved. It's going to come out. Zach Marshall tried hard to get back up and get that third shot, but didn't work. They're going to head to the bench, and they just send it long. Both teams at full strength. We got about 10.5 minutes left to go in the second half. Nice crisp passing here by Long Island. But then they just pass it out to Shane Spadetti. This crisp passing only works if you keep passing it to your own teammates. Jack Klein brings it in, backhands it towards the net, deflected by a defenseman. Noah Robinson tries to keep it in play, but Justin Bieber taps it over his stick. Spencer Combs will pick it up from there. Finds the pass up, tapped by Tim Butler. Number 9 red. Brings it all the way down. Jack Klein gets a stick on it though, and just keeps putting his body between the puck and the offensive player. Tim Butler skates across the line, tries to find a pass to Spadetti, but hits the skate instead. Spadetti has to go chasing to the corner, sends it back to Tim, who hands it back to Shane. He puts it right into the paint around behind the net, but teammates can't quite get the shot off. Spencer Combs. There was a nice solid hit there by, I think was, all right, I forgot who. Let's forget what just happened and move on. There's Zach Poston, and he tries to take a shot, deflected by the defense. They're going to get back out into neutral ice. And backhand shot, save, pad save, possible stick save. Looked like both. Pad, stick right in front of the, oh, quick shot, and Luke got a nice glove save there. It's about time they got a shot that Luke could glove it. Feel good about himself. Most of his saves have been kind of, you know, doing his job. That one felt good. It was a quick on-net shot, lightning reflexes there. That's out, Mason pass out to Dylan. Back to Mason, he lifts the stick and tries to skate along the boards and shot. Luke takes it on the face mask. Hope that new helmet's working for him. Not the recommended style of stopping the puck, but take what we can get. Pass up to Shane Siwick. Siwick cross to Will Schneider, and that's offsides. Posey was struggling to try to get back to the blue line. Just couldn't quite do it. Clock is still running. I don't know if that's intended or a mistake. It is a six-point differential. Sometimes that means a running clock. But anybody remember what the rules are for EJ Showcase? Was that an error on the timekeeper, or is that what just happens now? I wasn't paying enough attention, I guess. All right, Jimmy sends it around hard. Be picked up by Landon Street. He passes it out into neutral ice, but can't. Oh, almost connects. Joey Greenlee gets it to Paul Allison. 21 red. There's a scramble there, trying to keep it up. I'd say Landon's going to come up with possession. Spreads him out. Player draws him in. Pass up to Paul. Paul taps it. And it bounces off his stick to where Joey was waiting. Joey will skate it across the line. Gets hammered into the boards by 77 red. And suddenly there's some chippiness going on here. Joey Greenland, and somebody's going to get a penalty. Paul was down on his knees, and it looks like 11 red, I think, is going to the box. Or no, Paul's going for holding. I think Ashburn will end up with a penalty kill with Paul Allison in the box for holding. Still running clock, so it must be intentional. Was not just a mistake. Scivolino takes the drop, kicks it across the line, and then has to go chase it. Puts the gas on, he's going to bring it down. We are shorthanded. He gets clobbered, loses an edge. Zach Marshall tries to engage. Manages to tie the players up, and there's another. Zach Marshall, looks like we're going to end up with a 5-on-3. I'm not sure what that one was about, but this is where the running clock is definitely working against Long Island. That's all right. They're going to, I think, legitimately mad. We're like, you got a 5-on-3 and it's running clock. The team can just, stall and be slow getting to the ice. I mean, I don't know. 37, shot wide of the net. Pass out. 60, 52? I can't read the numbers very well on the other team. Scivolino gets it away, and he will skate with it single-handedly. Fires, and finds the net. Top shelf scores, putting a 7-point on the board on a 5-on-3 shorty goal. Ouch. Ouch. 5-on-3 shorthanded. Scivolino. That's the play of the game. Pretty much single-handedly skated all the way through. Post stay. So we got one penalty is run out here. Jack Klein sends it over to Zach. Zach skates it around, flicks it up. Stopped by number 9, and they do call that one briefly as offsides, but it didn't matter because it got knocked back out. Jack will pick it up, take it behind Luke's net, hard around the boards, out into neutral ice. 71 red, cross to 9 red, back to 71. Tries to send it in along. I think that ICEWORKS sent it all the way down. No icing call because we do still have the power play going on. This is actually technically a penalty kill for Ashburn. We're at 5-on-4 play. It should be back to full strength now. It was like 2 seconds left when Shane iced it. Turned around, ICEWORKS finds a hard pass off the boards out to neutral, or hit to neutral ice. Poses knee, tries to get the stick on it. Sent long, but intercepted by Jimmy, number 9 red. Pass out. 18 red gets it and gets pushed from behind by Schneider, I think. Turned around by Posesny. It's going to go long. That should be icing on us, and it is. Play will stop, but the clock continues with 3 minutes or so to go. Spidetti takes the face off. Colin will pick it up in the corner, hits it back, or bounces it off the boards back to Spidetti. He chased it all the way around, tries to send it up to Jack Klein, doesn't quite get there, intercepted by 11 red at the blue line. 71 red, passing it out. Teammate at the point, fires it in, hits a couple people, doesn't quite get there. Jack Klein sends it back out. Spidetti along the boards, hit from behind. Not really hit. I mean, they were playing the buckets. It wasn't. Hitting from behind would be illegal. It was just the guy got behind him. Game's not quite over. And it's going to go long. Jimmy McManus, hard around up to Tim Butler, who contends. Red passes it out. Off the boards. Shot. Luke's hold on to it. 2 minutes to go. 7-0 on the board. Running clock. 40 shots to their 11, according to scoreboard. Joey Greenland will take the face off. Hits into the corner. Dylan around the boards to Paul. Popped up, came back down, right in the slot. Joey hands it up to Landon. Landon skates it through. Can't quite get around. His little fancy stick handling didn't quite work, but Joey behind him comes in, gets it back, and Landon touches it, hands it off to Joey. High angle shot. It's behind the net, and scuffle there. Pops up into the boards and must have touched the safety net. This play stops. Fresh legs coming out. Joe Scivolino will take this one. Long Island comes up with possession after the drop. But Zach Marshall interrupts their plans and turns it around. They're going to get it back, though. Or they do get it back. Pass it out. Knocked away by Noah Robinson. Puck squirts off into empty ice. Scivolino zooms in. He brings it over the line. I'm about to knock my coffee over. 30 seconds left to go. And behind the net, pursued by Grayson Cantarella. Long Island gets it up. Pass it up, intercepted by Zach Marshall, who then kind of whiffs the pass, has to go back and try again. It'll come bouncing out. Scivolino picks it up to neutral ice. Marshall takes it to the blue line and dumps it. Number 9 red will pick it up, finds a pass, out, and it's going to go long, and that's going to be it. Luke calls for icing, but for no good reason, because it's done. And that will be it. We will finish this game 7-0. Shutout after all. 40 shots to their 11. Started off feeling like decently matched, but it just the advantages kept adding up and adding up. We will see you again this afternoon. Everybody get a nice lunch, not too much. And maybe I'll take the time to find some terrible jokes. The worse the better. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to do anything I wouldn't enjoy. What does that usually say? Don't forget to be awesome. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy.
Anything I wouldn't do.
Well, everybody says don't do anything I wouldn't do. My good friend, now passed away, Clay Robinson, used to say, don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. It's a fun little twist at the end, as I explain the joke to my daughter. All right, we will be playing some team from, I think from New York, I don't remember. It's the one team that's not from Long Island, I think, is this afternoon. So we'll see y'all again later. And thanks for watching. I see this comment in chat that says, Luke doesn't even need a shower. That's probably true.